So some of you will have noticed that I didn't upload last week, and that's because I was too busy playing Pokemon Legends Arceus. And yes, it's Arceus. If I get any of the Arceus people in my comments, just go. This video is not for you. And if you're an even longer term viewer of this channel, or just a follower of me in general, you will know I've had some mixed feelings about this game in the run up to its release. When it first got revealed, I was actually very excited to see Pokemon taking a new direction, but like with everything with Pokemon, I'm always going to be massively pessimistic about it. I don't trust Game Freak and didn't know if they were going to be able to pull an open world Pokemon game off. I even made a video saying this, so if you think I'm making this all up to make the video more interesting, go back and watch that one. So when the day finally came for this game to be released, I walked down to my local game shop not knowing what to expect because this game confused me. After it was revealed, I did not watch any trailers or follow anything to do with this game because I don't like to do that. It ruins a lot of the magic of discovery for me. And I sat down to play it. And what did I think? Holy shit, this game's actually okay. At its best, this game is really good and everything I would have wanted to hope for from an open world Pokemon game. But there are a few things I have some niggling issues with, which I'm sure can be fixed with future games like this. Oh, and don't worry, there'll be no spoilers in this video. So this game takes place many years before all the other Pokemon games in where Sinnoh eventually comes to be, in a region that at this point in time is known as Hisui. There's a giant rift in the sky and you fall out of it, meaning as your character discovers this world, so do we too. That is an amazing way to make Pokemon fresh and mysterious and interesting again. The world you and your character walk into is a world where Pokemon have not really been researched and discovered yet, so what you have to do is catch loads of Pokemon to create the region's first Pokédex. This is such an interesting way to not only retell the classic Pokemon story of gotta catch 'em all, it's just such an interesting way to look at a series that has been stagnating with the same story and the same goals and the same objectives for years, and it's such an interesting way to look at it from a new perspective. Just take it all the way back to the past and let's look at how it all began. It is amazing. Oh, and also God has given you a phone. And it's not even the lack of technology, the lack of bustling cities, or the wooden Pokeballs that make this game feel old. This world has been designed to feel like it truly is the Pokemon world set in the past. When you first walk into the village, which sort of acts as your main hub for the whole game, people are racist! People are racist to me! They don't like me because they don't know me, and this sort of suspicion towards the player character and suspicious towards Pokemon because they're not familiar with them yet is so fresh and so new, and I really enjoy it in a Pokemon game. And I think this plot is very well crafted around the world it's set in and what the game is trying to achieve. And speaking of this plot, one thing I really like and one thing where they really use the old-timey setting to their advantage is the characters. Most of the characters in this game are the ancestors of Pokemon characters, and I think that's really clever. For example, one of the characters is a descendant of Mars. And here's my personal favourite character in the game. They turned Cynthia into a Tumblr sexy man. I mean, look at this. This really is just the best thing ever. So once you've been accepted into the village and you've been given your task of catching all the Pokemon to create the first Pokédex, you are set off into the wilds to catch as many Pokemon as you can. And I thought at this point the game would just completely leave you free to do whatever you want, while occasionally giving you some cutscenes to tell you what to do next. I expected it to be a lot more like Breath of the Wild than it is, because this game, for an open world game, is actually a lot more on rails than you would think. There's always this objective marker telling you where to go, and every time you finish a certain area, you're going to get cutscenes telling you what to do next, and it's a lot of the cutscenes that tell you what to do next, they're very similar. A lot of them are just having dinner at this place, and there's nothing wrong with this, but it just makes this sprawling big world for you to explore and discover for the first time feel a lot smaller, as it makes you tunnel vision on a certain task. And there's loads of side quests to do, but they're really stupid. A lot of them are just catch a Pokemon and show it to me, complete a Pokemon's Pokédex entry and show it to me, here's a picture of a Pokemon, catch it for me and show it to me. They're very stupid, and you don't actually get anything for doing them, so just avoid them. So I kind of wish the main quest would leave me alone a bit and just let me walk around and catch Pokemon, and if some of the side content was a bit more entertaining, I would love that a lot. Another thing that makes this massive world feel smaller is that I feel the camera is so close to me. I don't know, I just feel like if it pulled back more, I feel like I'd have more control of my character in this big world. But right now, it just feels like I can only plod along, can't really see that much. I don't know, I don't really like it. Also, you move way too slow. I would rather move on foot a bit quicker, I don't want to have to move by deer all the time. Instead of gyms in this game, there's these frenzied Pokemon that you have to kind of quell. And these fights are hella cool. These fights you don't actually do with your Pokemon, you do as yourself, and you have to throw these bombs at them to calm them down. This is cool. This is another example of them using the world to their advantage, because the Pokemon just straight up attack you. That's awesome. That feels more realistic, and that feels more akin to what this old world is. It's exceptional, and I really like these fights. They're probably the best part of the game, other than discovering Pokemon for the first time. Unfortunately, discovering Pokemon for the 5th and 6th and 7th and 8th time starts to get boring. First time I saw Drifblim, I was like, oh sick, it's Drifblim, I love Drifblim. The 10th time, I just started walking past it and didn't want to catch it to complete the Pokédex entry because I wanted to progress towards the main quest. I didn't want to have to sit there and wait for it to teleport and reappear again so I can catch it. I just left it and moved on. Which is a shame because I love to complete the Pokédex in Pokemon games, but having to catch every Pokemon this many times kinda drags the experience down a bit. Also, for some reason, every time you catch Pokemon, if you have a space in your party, it will fill up your party. And this emphasis on capturing hundreds of Pokemon and then putting them straight in your party really devalues the Pokemon in your party. Unlike other games, I did not get attached to my team as much as I have in other games. I still loved my Pokemon, but compared to the classic games, I don't know, it just didn't do it for me. And on the subject of Pokemon, the new Pokemon are awesome, but there is not enough of them. Zoroark and Sneasler have instantly become two of my favourites, and I just really wish there were more. And since the focus of this game is discovery, if there were more Pokemon for us to, turn a corner and find, that would be awesome, Why on a game where there's so much focus on discovering stuff, is there not much for the player to discover for the first time? Is there not much? Did that make sense? I don't care, I'm gonna leave it in anyway. But overall, this game is pretty solid. It's just the stuff that's good about it isn't that easy to talk about. You just kind of have to experience it for yourself. And the stuff that annoyed me, I really want to voice because I really hope it won't be there next time. I think it's easy to fix. I think if they do another game like this, these issues would easily be resolved. But I enjoyed this game quite a bit, and I really like Volo. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. But what did you think about Pokemon Legends Arceus? Be sure to tell me down below, and leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you, everybody.